Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another SCHS Roar broadcast. It turns out we got the audio working, so we will be using that for this point forward. We don't have too much left in the game, in case you haven't been following. We have passed halftime. The score is 2-1 in SCHS's favor. We have actually managed to do fairly well against Palo Alto, and as we were playing, we could see, or at least I could, that the SCHS team was playing fundamentally differently than they normally do. And so the fact that we've managed to get two over historically, or supposedly, allegedly, I should say, a better team is actually quite impressive, especially considering the way that our team has performed so far. Well, actually, we've performed well. My name is Nathaniel Hexter. I am the alt media editor. Joining me at the camera today is Elias Pano. Uh, that's us for today. And so the first half ended with an SCHS goal, and so in that halftime, both teams were left with the thoughts of how Palo Alto, how they wanted to change and uh, take the game back, and SCHS had to either keep or increase their lead. Now, fair warning, I am not as experienced in the sport as Ilya was speaking before, so I will be speaking more from my feelings than I know from knowledge that I've gained, uh, because I am not a large soccer follower, although I do enjoy watching the sport plenty. And so in the second half, almost immediately, SCHS Santa Clara scored another goal, and so we are left roughly oh, look at that! The camera's gone up and it's back on. Okay, we're good. So now we're roughly 3/4, maybe a bit less, into the game, with a 2-goal lead, and what I believe is actually quite impressive. It's been kind of exciting because for the better part of the game, both teams have prevented one another from scoring, and of course, it hasn't remained as such. Oh, looks like the camera's gone out again, and there we are. It's back. We do apologize. Our audio capture, video capture system. Sorry, it's getting it's really odd. The shell fell off, and we don't seem to be able to figure out to stick it back on. And look at that. Wow. So, oh, look at that. Was that in? That was doesn't look like it. Palo Alto playing offensively, it seems. I will be right back. All right, and now I am back. So I haven't really seen any particularly impressive. Again, nothing poor. I don't want to say anyone's performance was poor today. I haven't noticed anything of that sort. But there's a particular teammates. There's a few teammates of Santa Clara that I normally see perform really well, but they haven't been as enthusiastic recently. and that I wonder if that has affected the outcome, but it doesn't seem to affect the overall victor of the game. And look at that. That's real close to the Santa Clara goal over there. It does not surprise me that Santa Clara is playing a bit defensively. One moment, I'll be right back. I'm assuming Santa Clara wants to keep their league and not take unnecessary risks. And again, I do apologize if I'm stating the obvious, and I don't have too many years in the sport. Look at that. Looks like they're trying to find a hole in the lines. Will they be able to get it in? It's a question. And just push way far out. See what pen left. Ooh, look at that. Alto's getting fairly close, but it does seem Santa Clara's keeping their hegemony, at least so far. And look at that. Real offensive play by number 9. Sorry about the camera focusing there. Too bad. Well, it does seem that spearhead attempt was a little ambitious, but I would rather have ambition than just stale play. Again, I'm not quite sure if everything's turning out well. Like I said, our setup is relatively rudimentary. And normally YouTube gives you that. Yeah, we are streaming with just the YouTube streamer, not with OBS. Although we do eventually want to transition to OBS. In either case, YouTube does show what levels of audio is getting picked up by whatever microphone is selected, and it is out of 6 dots, and they're either colored white or green. And green means it goes up and down, basically, essentially. And it's only 1 out of 6 right now, which means it is picking up some sort of audio, but could just be a background noise. Maybe we need to turn up the squelch a little bit, but then that means I would have to talk more loudly. Seems like the ball is staying relatively in the same place. I mean, it's going way up, but of course that's not not what matters. They are keeping it in the more or less in the Palo Alto half. It does seem that they are able to stabilize it a little bit. I spoke too soon, it seems. No, look at that. Staying in the middle now. Looks SCHS is making slow progress. Oh, and look at that. They've tumbled up over each other. I think now's a good time to point out that the broadcasting is not the only thing that the alt media team here at the Roar does do on not even on YouTube, but we do have a podcast. You can find that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I believe, anywhere where you watch podcasts, really. Anchor as well, I believe. And we also do edited videos, and our first one is going to be coming out around noon tomorrow. And that's going to be regarding the Night of Acoustics, which, if you haven't been, watching a video is a great alternative. We did stream it live, but if you want to, watch it without all the unnecessary bits, and we're not going to be cutting out any acts because all the acts there were truly fantastic. And it shows Santa Clara does have more talent than it may seem on the outside. Oh, and look at that. Deep into Palo Alto territory. I thought that was an injury there for a second, but it seems all is good. I do apologize for the audio going in and out. That is on our end, and we are making do with what we have to work with. I can tell when the audio goes out. Like I said, YouTube does show you when that happens. I also apologize a little bit for the stale commentary. And look at that, Palo Alto making. No, that's Santa Clara actually making steady progress. And look at that. Looks like perhaps a foul. Maybe not. I know you cannot see the numbers, and again, I apologize for that. We are going to edit this. I know the stream's been going in and out as well. So if you want to watch the game all in one, and if it doesn't really matter to you if it's actually live, then we will be editing this video and getting it out. I believe Wednesday is what we're aiming for. Of course, I should know. And look at that, they're getting it dangerously, or not dangerously, but threateningly close to the Palo Alto goal. I guess our team is trying to figure out, see what they can do. And the ball is out. It does seem that we do have a surplus of soccer balls because whenever one ball goes flying out, we do end up finding another one right away, which is good planning, I guess. And of course, alternative media isn't the only thing we do here at the Roar. We are accepting recruits right now. If you are anything from a junior to a freshman or an upcoming freshman, if you're at middle school right now and you're watching this stream, the Roar is accepting applications. You can go to the website. That's, I believe, scroar.net. And in the top, there should be, I believe, apply. And you can go there, see what kind of skills you have. You don't need to have any special training, or I don't believe there are any prerequisites. Of course, you do have to be able to read and write in English, but I do believe that most of you out there, at least if you're understanding me, do have the ability to do that. So again, that's scroar.net, SCROAR. I'm not quite sure what they're doing here. Again, like I said, I'm not quite too experienced. This is the Palo Alto side, but it looks like the Santa Clara goalie is there. Or perhaps a penalty kick or a free kick. But anyway, it is not good. It is not gotten through. They were able to keep steady. Ooh, and look at that. Look at that. Extremely close in what looks like to be the Santa Clara goal. I believe, yeah, that is the Santa Clara goal. It is safe. Down all the way to halfway down the field. It's being pushed back to the Santa Clara side. Palo Alto looks up giving up territory for a better opportunity. And look at that. They push deep. They push. Look at that. Is that out? It is not out. It's still in. Santa Clara's pushing back. Oh, and they push it way past half, but seems the Palo Alto goalie has intercepted it. It's being brought back to where Palo Alto wants it. I do believe this team is Palo Alto. That's what I was told. If I haven't mistaken, I do apologize, but I believe it is Palo Alto. Sorry about that. I am back. That was on our end, not yours. And again, Palo Alto is keeping it where they like it. Oh, apologies for that. And I'm not sure if that was audible. And it's out. Looks like it's Palo Alto's ball. Yep, and there it goes. Again, it does seem that Santa Clara is kind of not quite slacking, but they are loosening their grip on their upper hand here. It does seem. Oh, wow. Look at that. That must have been very painful for the knees. Quite noble. Didn't seem to quite work out. However, that would have been very impressive. Well done. And we are back. It is 18-18. If you are just joining us once again, it is 2-0 in Santa Clara's favor. We are playing against Palo Alto. Right as the first half ended, Santa Clara scored, and at that point it was 1-0, and it left the two teams to reconsider their approach if they thought it was necessary. Look at that. It's going back into Santa Clara's territory. And when the second half began, almost right away, a few minutes after it began, Santa Clara did manage to score once again, which allegedly the Palo Alto team is supposed to be, or supposed to have some sort of hegemony over the entire district, I believe is the term. But it does seem that Santa Clara is pulling through and performing very well, despite perhaps not so as passionately as we would hope. It is 8:20. Again, I'm not quite sure on how the stream quality is. If it's not fantastic, I do apologize for that. This is government-sanctioned Wi-Fi, so it's no surprise that it's not bleeding edge. Oh, and there goes the camera. That's on our end. I'm going to go double check that. I'll be right back.